10 years ago.
Let me get to this. While this is going on, Rob, can you pull up the hit piece on Trump? Wall Street Journal. Watch this, folks. This is supposed to be a hit piece on Trump that we're talking about, okay? So they write this article. It's Trump's economy and voters are unhappy with it. WSJ poll finds. Okay. Can you please go to the poll, Rob? Go all the way to the bottom of the poll and just show, you know which one I'm talking about? Yep. If you can go to the bottom, Rob. Watch this. So they're asking him questions. When you look at the headline, you're thinking they're not happy with Trump. Now, when they asked him who they trust with the economy more, here's what the answer and the reports came along. Watch this. Okay, so how many people at the top, Rob? Let me just kind of look at the number. 1,500 registered from the 8th to the 13th. It asked which party in Congress, Republican or Democrats, is better to handle various issues. Economy, Republicans 38, Democrats 32, Republicans +6. Inflation and rising prices, Republicans 38, Democrats 32, +6 for Republicans. Tariffs, Republicans 36, Democrats 34, +2 for Republicans. Immigration, 44-33, +11 for Republicans. Border security, look at this one. 48-20. Republicans 28 plus. That's worse than the Seattle Seahawks score. I mean, it's almost there. Seattle Seahawks destroyed that team. But +28. Tom, how do you process this when you see a number like this? An article that's supposed to be bad against Trump, but this is what the American people are saying.
So, friends of the podcast, we speak to a lot of people in polling. The Atlas Intel people, the Rasmussen people, Rich Barris. So, and what we have right now is a problem of personalization. The media has personalized the problems of the average American or the concerns of the average American and personalized that as Donald Trump's problem. But when you back up and you start asking them things like this happens. You know, if you go back literally 20 years ago, Jay Leno, Tonight Show, used to do a thing in Burbank called jaywalking. Yep. And Jay would go walk up and down the street and he would ask people like 5 questions. Mm-hmm. And he'd say, do you know that that's exactly what Governor Gray Davis thinks? Oh, I don't like Gray Davis. Well, wait a minute. You just picked 5 things and Gray Davis is trying to do that for your governor. Now, I didn't particularly like Gray Davis at all, but Leno was trying to make a point. It's as true then as it's true now. You ask people these things and it means like they would trust Republicans more issue by issue by issue, especially on keeping the border secure, number 1, and controlling who comes across it, immigration, number 2. Yet, when you personalize it, don't like Trump. But an interesting thing came out this weekend. Trump's approval rating among Republicans, you know where it is right now, Pat? All-time high. Last Friday came out, Trump's approval rating among Republicans, all-time high for his administration. So there are people on the personalization side that are on the conservative side that are saying, I don't like what everything's going, but I really approve of my guy.
What's the number, Tom? Is it 90%?
92, I think. 95?
It crossed 90.
Wow. That's exceptional.
95% of Republicans still approve of Trump's overall. By the way, you know what that means? You know what that means?
That words, talk, number, scream?
No, that means the noise in Twitter is irrelevant.
Doesn't mean anything to noise online.
That means the noise online, nobody in America is following. That means it's just purely noise if you think about it.
And by the way, you brought up something, Pat. You did this research and you shared with us on this podcast, I think a week ago. The research, I guess you and Rob, you dug up, you said 50% of the traffic online was bots.
51%.
There's the noise.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all noise.
Yep. Yeah, but that makes you think because America is not Twitter.
Yeah.
And Twitter is not America.
It's hard. You have to remember that because I get lost in the noise. You know, they put out these messages that, the right's fractured. And if you live in that Twitter world, you'd think there's absolute chaos. But then you come back to this and you see there's a lot of security.
It can be good and bad. So when it's in your favor, you can think you're ahead and it flips. The one part that I do think, if things go the way it is right now, how bad will midterms be? What do you think? How bad will midterms be?
It will not be as bad as everybody thinks, but Republicans will lose the House.
It will not be as bad, but they'll lose the House.
It will not be like a blue wave, but it's going to flip. As of today.
Anyone who makes predictions usually is wrong because look what happened last midterms when it's going to be a red wave and it was nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. All you can do is control the controllable and do what's in front of you. So, you know, in America today, you have to remember it's a binary situation. So if you go to the average person and go, hey, how do you think Trump's doing? Well, I don't really approve. I don't know what's going on. Well, would you vote for him or Kamala? Hell no, not Kamala, no way. Well, would you vote for Biden? No way. Well, how would you compare Trump to a Gavin Newsom? No way. So if you just try to analyze Trump, it's very easy to be critical of somebody. But when you compare them to a worser option, the lesser of two evils, then you understand, all right, which one are you going to pick?
Well, there's a Kalshi on this.
And by the way, that's a real Kalshi. Look at the bottom left. Look at the dollars on that. 3,400,000. So it's not like it's a $22,000 Kalshi.
This is a lot of people putting up what they think's going to happen.
And by the way, we trust Kalshi. We understand what's going on there. It could be that this is just a glitch in the system or sugar high because of this ICE thing. We have 9 months until we actually have to vote.
Also be.
Things could change dramatically.
But you
There's
know
no
what drives,
question about that.
What drives me crazy is we are
Everything-
running the show. The president Republican, the House Republican, we are in charge, and it feels like nothing is being done to get stuff done or to protect the people that need your freaking protection. And I know I just said it, Pat, but enough of this nonsense of we're gonna do this, we're gonna refer, the Clintons are bad. No, do something. What is Pam Bondi actually doing? What is Kash Patel doing? What are they doing?
What do you want to see, Vinny?
I want to I want one arrest. I want one arrest. Let's go back to the auto pen. He came out, they said it, it's a fact, done deal, the pardons were revoked. Remember, Tommy? Okay, now what? Now what? We're just sitting waiting. Okay, so we all know Biden wasn't in charge, all the auto pens, and the list was insane. What are you doing? Because time's ticking. Another year, a year and a couple months, it's over. And we saw the videos. Jennifer Welsh, she looks freaking. You want to talk about evil white liberal women? Look at the face of Jennifer Welsh. Her, Jim Acosta, all these people.
Is this the Jennifer Welsh interview where she said, when we take over, we should arrest everybody?
100%.
Rob, do you have that?
Yeah, she's saying it, Rob, with Jim Acosta.
Who's the fascist now?
Yeah, another failed CNN
We're going to round you up now. Who's the...
No, it's that one right there.
I think it's this one. Guys, and listen, when they tell you what they're going to do, listen to them. She? This is Jennifer Welsh. She's the white liberal woman that I'm telling you about. She was on Bravo or one of those channels. This is when I tell people the enemy from within, listen to what she has to say.
This language gets a little salty too, by the way.
The blue tsunami means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's ass in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe, and this is just my opinion, that Trump and all of the bottom-feeding morons surrounding him and Elon Musk and all the bottom-feeding Klingeroners that surround him, I think they commit crimes every day. And I think to reconcile all of this is going to take hardcore, not integrity Democrats.
Look at this.
Fuck you, Democrats.
Look at this.
Fuck you for fucking over our country. We are serious about this. We are prosecuting. We're going to uncover every document, every phone call, everything you did. We will be relentless about it. And that's the mindset they've got to have, because I think the electorate is going from, we've got to get him out, but also we want accountability.
There has to be accountability. You have to have a situation where
another
there's
failed
accountability.
CNN
I talked
hack.
about
And
this
Rob,
the other day with
you can stop it.
Fanon.
They go on back like this is what they're about, and I wish the Republicans had that much of a backbone and that much of a constitution, because they're like, we're going to go after you. And we're just sitting here. We've been waiting since 2016. Nobody, Russia collusion, COVID, auto pen, what more do you need?
Yeah.
If I hear we're launching another thing, they've launched more investigations than Elon Musk has launched freaking Starlinks into outer space. I'm done.
You said backbone and constitution. That's exactly what I want to see. I get very frustrated when I see the Speaker of the House that looks like a high school math teacher trying to tell me there's a shooter in the building and we have an emergency. Mike Johnson just doesn't feel to me like, and I don't see things that say he's taking a leadership position. So it's funny you use the word leadership, backbone, and constitution. I want to see him take a backbone with our constitution and exhibit some leadership. Everything you say, I'm as emotional as you are below the surface on all those issues. Pat what I want to see some leadership leading forward, someone to get upset and say, listen, man, this is not just a messaging. The messaging I want to see out on the street is this message. Put your hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. That's the messaging I want to see.
So both sides are wanting to see arrests, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah. One side has used the government in ways that are unbelievably unethical. The FISA abuse story that took place that got no attention, there was never any consequence for that. Tulsi Gabbard went up and said, we have FBI that is testifying. American citizens were spied on. The things that the left has done in terms of government abuse, activating it to go against political opponents, you just haven't seen that on the right in return.
Right.
So when one side's saying we want arrests for actual crimes. The other side is saying we want to use the government beyond its capacity to go after political opponents. So that's the distinction.
Because we don't like you.
Because we don't like you and what you believe in, and because you don't agree with us, you're a threat.
So it almost makes me lose
And we'll
faith.
call it all hate speech.
We'll call it hate speech.
So,
Yeah, we'll
Pat,
go into churches.
It makes me, Elon, lose faith that there is a left and a right, and they just have us running around like idiots because they're all, when they say, I'm going to reach out to my friend on the opposite side of the aisle, you guys are all on the same team. That's what now I'm finally realizing. Yes, Trump came in and he's a badass and he's doing his thing, and the country is secure. But when it comes to holding themselves accountable, bro, it's House of Cards 101. That's all they do is they all scratch each other's back, and none of them go to prison.
By the way, this is what we saw in the polls 3 weeks ago. Remember I told you about this poll? Why is the average person so upset at Congress that they only have a 17% approval rating? Number one, I believe there are two systems of justice, one for us and one for all these people.
Bingo.
Point one.
100%.
Remember what point two was? I believe nothing will happen.
Yep.
And that's the two things that that's the voter has been carrying in their gut when they look at all this. By the way, left and right, that's nonpartisan.
Yep.
Adam.
So we need to be very careful on how we address women, and I'll explain. So you're the angry patriot. At this point, I think I need to be the pragmatic patriot, because who votes more in America, men or women? Well, the answer is women, by a 3 to 4% margin. And if you've been following most elections, it always kind of comes down to the wire. 3% is the margin of error, right, when you're doing polling. So if it's a close election and you know that, I think the latest stat is 63% of women vote versus 59% of men. So let's say I fundamentally agree with angry patriot Vinny Oshana. That's right. Okay, amazing. I agree with you. The average woman goes, yeah, I don't really like his tone. I'm going to go with the abortion lady. So what's my point? We need to understand that, yes, we agree, and that our audience most likely agrees.
Yep.
But there's a whole other side that we need to not curry favor with them. What percentage of America runs this country? You say 12%. What percentage of those people get turned off by things they see, whether it's ICE, whether it's racism, whether it's far right stuff? So we need to be very careful
What do you
not
do about
to
it? Adam,
lose women
respectfully,
while
Adam?
making our point.
Adam, now tell us, what do you think we do about it with what you just said?
So what about the four woman?
No, what you just
Okay,
said,
gotcha.
wrap it up. What do you think we do about it?
Well, like, have you ever argued with a woman? Yes. Good luck yelling at her or trying to convince her logically. If you say, like, I got in a little stupid fight with my girl this weekend, and her whole thing was, can you just be nicer when you say it? I said, am I right about what I'm saying? Yes. I said, did you screw up? Yes. What should I do differently? She goes, just be nicer when you say it. So what's my point? Sometimes the way you say things does matter, especially when you're trying to win elections, and it's 1 or 2 points in the middle.
But in 2020,
Okay, tell you what.
See, I'm trying to grow up
Tom,
here,
can I make
Pat?
this point?
Adam,
Yeah.
so say you're under arrest, you're going back to Guatemala, Vinny's way, and then say it your way.
It's not. What are you trying to, like, get me in a little scenario here? What are you trying to do?
No, I'm trying to get you to present a plan.
I'm saying that lady right there is obviously, who's the lady? I don't even want to say her name.
Ugh.
She's obviously obnoxious. She's obviously a Trump hater.
Yes.
But do women listen to her?
I guess.
Of course. So it's just about being a little bit more palatable to the common sense voter. I'm not saying to water down anything. I'm not even singling out Vinny.
I know.
I'm just saying, if you're going to be the words talk, numbers scream guy, the numbers are screaming more women vote than men. Women tend to be a little bit more emotional, less logical.
Okay.
So we just need to know that.
But in 2024, these women voted for Trump. These women saw Kamala and all her BS and the billions of dollars put behind her, and they went, we don't want that woman, because that woman is full of you know what, and that guy is Big Daddy and he's the boss.
Great
and he's going
point.
to take this country and he's going to lead us to victory, because these people aren't used to, Adam, think about the soft leaders we had, from Obama to all these guys. They just want to say the right thing and no action, zero action. This is the father that's coming in that's laying down the law. And that's what we need. And I'm sorry, I don't think watering down the message, because Adam, we went from trans dancing into the military to the Secretary of War. Enough is enough with this BS, and I don't give a damn about Jennifer Welch and her evil freaking face and trying to push people towards the darkness, okay? We are winning so hard, but the media is run by the same evil people that run the media are running the left, okay? Zero positivity. And these women need to understand, if they become and they start voting for the Mamdanis and the softer and guess what? You're going to be a second-class citizen, just like they are taught in their book to treat your ass.
Of course.
Period.
So I agree with you.
So
but
that's where I'm coming from.
Answer this, because there's a trending thing all over social media right now. 2016 versus 2026. Is Trump the same person he was 10 years ago?
No.
Or has he changed his tone just a little bit?
He's changed. He doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to. All the investigations and everything are coming at him.
So is he speaking a little bit more moderately and pragmatic?
Yeah, he doesn't have to run again.
Or
he doesn't have to run again. He doesn't have to run. He's not circling real. You tried it about Obama. He's like,
technically,
he's in chill mode.
In my opinion, Trump has 2 more elections. He's not running, but his administration is. He has midterms and then 2028. Would it be fair to say that Trump is a different person these days than 10 years ago, the way that he acts?
No question about it. But he doesn't have another term to win.
He does
have midterm, and he does have replacing himself and somebody taking over. And he's
not on the ballot, but his administration is.
He's not, but when it's time to be tough, he's still being tough. But he is definitely a lot more gentler and a lot more smoother than he was 10 years ago. No question about it. But you have to realize, when you watch somebody play games, if somebody is better at playing games than you, you're going to lose. So let me explain what I mean by this. Remember when Marco Rubio was going against Trump and he tried to be Trump? What happened? Remember when Ted Cruz was going against Trump and he tried to be Ted Cruz? What happened?
Yeah.
Remember when Rand Paul did it? It was horrible for Rand Paul. He should have never done it, because he says, I've never said anything about him, and trust me, there's a lot of subject matter there for me to make fun of Rand Paul. Yeah. So, you don't play a game against somebody that was born that way.
Yeah.
This guy was born to troll the hell out of you. You don't think Trump trolled his brother? You don't think Trump upset his dad and his mom? You don't think Trump's been that guy since he was 6, 7, 8, 10 years old?
Of course.
So here's the point. If you go up against manipulators, okay, who know how to manipulate better than you, and you try to beat them, they've been doing this for 50 years. I was on a call with a guy that's a very well-known guy in media this weekend. We had an hour and a half call together about Iran. And he says, I don't understand. He says, look, you have to realize one thing we're better than the Republicans, the Democratic side. We know how to make a lot of noise. We know how to make a problem that's a 3 make it seem like a 9. I mean, literally, the Democratic Party is LeBron James when he flops. That's exactly what they are.
Right.
The Democratic Party and LeBron James, they're identical.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen these clips where
And they get paid very handsomely to do it.
Jason Tatum just goes this way, doesn't even touch LeBron. LeBron all of a sudden goes like this, gets a foul, they're going the other way, right? That's the Democratic
He'd be
Party.
a great soccer player.
But you know what Michael Jordan was? Michael Jordan was a Republican the way he played. You had to really hurt him for him to act like he was hurt. He's not going to show it to you. That's in the DNA. You can't change that DNA on how it is. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Because one's a victim and one's a victor at the end of the day.
But I got to tell you, though, there are a lot of people that voted 95% support what Trump is doing. That's the highest ever. There's some people right now that are waiting saying, is anyone going to get arrested? What did Nick Shirley do? Is anybody going to get arrested? Are you going to walk in and guys coming out getting arrested? Is that visual going to be taking place? That's what some of these guys want to see. And I think it needs to happen. And the process, unfortunately, when you're doing it legally is a lot slower than when you're doing it illegally. Meaning, if you want to illegally get Trump to take a mugshot, it's easy. If you want to legally get Trump to take a mugshot, it's not fast. It's slower. They're trying to do it the legal way. I think they're going to, they're eventually going to get to it, but it may be too late. It may be too late and they won't be able to do anything for it. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.